Hi, I'm Snez, personal trainer, healthy lifestyle coach, and your guide to feeling your best. This podcast is a segment from my weekly radio show, Wellbeing Wednesdays, broadcast live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. It's all about sharing real, practical tips to help you move more, eat better, and live healthier without the overwhelm. Let's dive in, shall we? Coming up next, we're talking about fascia and what is fascia. And I guess we can start with if you've ever rolled out of bed and you felt like your body was stiff as a board, or maybe you're just sort of feeling, I don't even work out. Why am I so sore? It might not be your muscles, it might not be your joints, but it could be your fascia. And it's one of the most overlooked and misunderstood systems in our entire body. And we are starting to hear more and more about fascia. And what's interesting is that as we age, our fascia can become a major contributor to pain, to stiffness, and that general feeling of tightness in your body. But the good news is that once you understand what your fascia is and a little bit about how it works, then you can start to move and feel better. And it can make a significant difference at any age. So we're going to go through what is fascia and why it matters more as we get older, and then some simple things that you can do to keep it healthy and reduce pain or pain-free. So fascia is connective tissue that holds your body together, like literally. When it's healthy, you feel fluid and mobile, but when it's not, it can lead to stiffness, it can lead to discomfort and restricted movement and even chronic pain. So understanding fascia can give you new tools that can help you to take care of your body and prevent the aches and pains that many people assume are just a part of getting older, which I think that's the most important thing, is unpacking and questioning some of these things. So fascia is a thin layer of connective tissue that wraps around everything in your body, around your muscles, your bones, your organs, and your nerves. Think of it like a cling wrap or a spider web that connects, supports, and separates different structures, but it also helps them move together smoothly as well. And it's not just a passive package that just sits there like Glad wrap, I guess. Fascia is alive, it's sensitive, and it's full of nerve endings. And it responds to how you move, how you rest, how you sit, and even how you feel emotionally. And as we get older, there's a number of things that can affect our fascia. Firstly, it becomes less hydrated. So young fascia, when we're in our bodies, when we're younger, it's moist and it's elastic. It's like fresh mozzarella. Aging fascia dries out and it stiffens, a bit like beef jerky. And isn't that such a massive visual one to think about? So we want to be more like mozzarella and less like beef jerky. As we get older, it thickens and it clumps. So if you don't move regularly, or if you're sitting for long periods of time, fascia starts to stick to itself, creating knots, adhesions, and pain points. And it loses elasticity as well. So this limits your range of motion, making simple things like bending over or twisting feel uncomfortable. And the thing is that injuries and stress can actually worsen it. So old injuries or chronic stress can change the tension patterns in the fascia, which can lead to compensation and tightness elsewhere in your body. And the most important part is that many people blame their muscles for tightness or pain, but often it's actually restricted fascia that can be causing some of this tightness. And this is where I will jump in and say that if this is something that you're feeling, or some of what I'm describing makes sense for you, then make sure that you go out and you ask the questions. Go and see your doctor, or go and see your physio or your osteo, and just have a conversation about it. They will definitely be able to give you some information. And in fact, I think this is a great topic for Dr. Cares. I may reach out to her and maybe we can expand on this topic a little bit more, because I think it is quite an important topic I know it will be one that she would love to talk about, but it's an area of information that we're not hearing about and a lot of us don't have information about. And I think it is super important. So this is a really good introduction and hopefully we can expand on this if I can get Dr. Kez and Em out. We haven't seen them in the studio for some time. But some of the signs that your fascia might need attention is that you may be waking up feeling stiff every morning. You may have random unexplained aches in your body, or your body might just feel sticky or restricted when you are stretching. You can get sore from things that you shouldn't feel should cause you soreness, and you find that massage or movement can actually give you temporary relief and you feel like, oh, that just feels so much better. So some of the ways that you can look after yourself and your fascia is, and what's so great about it, is that fascia responds beautifully to movement, to hydration and to gentle stimulation, and it just needs a little bit of attention, but we need this attention consistently. So some of the things that you can try, some of the strategies are to move often. So gentle, regular movement helps to keep your fascia fluid. So think about things like walking, mobility drills, yoga, tai chi, or stretching, even some light bouncing or shaking like on a rebounder or jumping on the spot. And if jumping seems like it's too intense, even just doing calf raises and just doing a little bit of a bounce in that way can help to restore the hydration to the fascia. So some of the other things that you can do are myofascial release. So using a foam roller or a massage ball or even your hands to release sticky spots. I know for me, I have this spot that's right behind, sort of in between my shoulder blade and my tricep, and I can kind of run my hands sort of in the back of my arm there, and it's an area that gets tight for me, and I know that it does feel tightness, and I can kind of massage that around or in through my hip or in through my calves, and it makes a world of difference. And gentle pressure is what works best. You're not trying to crush the tissue or give yourself really deep tissue massage that's going to hurt. We're trying to hydrate and we're trying to loosen this webbing and this cling wrap that we're all wrapped up in internally. Another thing is to stay hydrated. Fascia absolutely loves water. And if you're dehydrated, it gets sticky and brittle. So make sure that you are drinking 1 cup per 9 kilos of water daily, more if you're active. So that's about 1.5 to 2 litres of water a day. Now, remembering with water, we do want at least a litre of fresh water. Your other water intake can come from herbal teas. It can come from soups, and then increasing our hydration through fruits and vegetables is another great way to do that. Avoid too much sitting. So long periods of sitting can cause fascia to mold into that shape. So we need to break it up every 30 to 60 minutes with stretches or short walks. And I mean, I'm on air for 2 hours on a Wednesday, and I find that sitting for long periods of time, I find that I'm sort of moving my body and trying to roll my shoulders back and twisting through my spine. I'm doing that now as I'm talking. And, lifting up my ankle above my knee and just leaning forward into my glutes, or I'm walking outside, or I'm standing up and moving around. So making sure that you're not sitting in the one posture for too long is another great way to sort of move this fascia around a bit. Stretching slow, not hard. So fascia needs time to respond. So we want to move into a gentle stretch that we can hold for 30 seconds or more, which is often more effective than bouncing or forcefully trying to move our bodies, which is just going to pull against and almost sort of signal to the fascia to tighten. So we want to do slow, gentle stretching movements that we can hold. And also mobility work, things such as daily joint circles, gentle spine twists, hip openers, ankle rolls. All of these these activities. I might actually even add in to the Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group. I've recorded a number of different mobility workouts that I can just post up there that take about 7 minutes. So it doesn't take a lot, but it has a significant impact. So the daily mobility work is going to keep your fascia gliding and your joints happy, which is going to feel like less tightness and stiffness and soreness, especially as you age. So remember, it may not be about your muscles getting weaker. It might just be your fascia calling out for some attention. And the fix doesn't require any fancy treatments or any aggressive therapies. Think hydrating, moving often, and stretching to be kind to your body. And when you take care of your fascia, everything else moves better. You feel lighter, you feel looser and stronger. So the 3 top steps for your fascia care plan today are to drink a big glass of water right now. Like seriously, hydration is step number 1. Pick an area that feels stiff. Maybe it's your hips or your upper back or shoulders, and do 2 minutes of gentle stretching or rolling or mobility, and trying one new movement tomorrow. Maybe that's just getting out and walking or doing some cat-cow or some spinal twists. These are all things that will definitely help. Now, your fascia didn't get stiff overnight, so it's not going to loosen overnight either, but every gentle bit of movement is going to add up and you will feel the difference. So get moving, think fascia, not just joints and muscles, to feel better. Thanks for joining me on this segment from Wellbeing Wednesdays, as heard live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who might find it helpful and subscribe so you never miss a show. Want to catch the live broadcast? Well, you can tune in Wednesdays from 12 till 2 p.m. on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, or find my info on Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group. Take care, stay healthy, and remember, it's the little choices every day that create big changes. Talk soon.